Hi, my name is Leo Manasevich, broker of record for Verico Total Mortgage Solutions. Today, I'm going to be discussing something extremely important. Have you ever been in a situation where you actually bought a home and you sell the house a year or two later, you go to your lawyer, you get your statement of adjustments and you see that penalty at the bottom and your steam starts flying out of your ears? Well, now I'm going to explain to you exactly how that happened and how the banks charge what we call interest rate differential penalties. So let's say 2 years ago you buy your house, you take out a mortgage for $420,000. 2 years later, and you take out that mortgage at 3.59 because at that 2 years ago that's what the rates were. And you sell your house as of today. There's two ways that they calculate interest rate differential penalties. The first one would be a standard interest rate differential penalty, which would actually give you a penalty of $16,260, which is a lot of money. And by the way, if you're in a variable rate mortgage, the maximum penalty they can only charge you is 3 months interest penalty. But that's for another video. Second type of penalty that they charge is called the discounted rate interest rate differential penalty. That penalty is, Teresa, can you tell me what that number is? I can't see, it's kind of big.
$23,400.
$23,400 is what you pay on a penalty on a mortgage that you took out 2 years ago. So now, how does this all come together? I'm not going to get into details how they calculate these penalties because it's extremely boring and I'm sure you don't have the time. But I'll tell you one thing. Most of the banks use this calculation, and that's what you would pay at a bank with a fixed rate on your penalty on a mortgage of $400,000 that you took out 2 years ago. So now you're not smiling like our snowmen are over here, right? But you know what? It's not all doom and gloom, right? You need to be asking the proper questions when you go in to get your mortgage. You need to ask questions. You need to know what your penalty is if you decide to sell. You need to know these things because things can change, on a daily basis. You might not think you want to sell in a year, 2, 3 years down the road, but things happen in life. You need to be asking these questions. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call and we're here to help.